Good morning. So I just finished a 4-mile walk and we're out here at the park again, and we're going to test something. You know, why are we messing with twig stoves? Hexamine, alcohol stoves, gas stoves are so much easier to pack, cleaner to pack. Why use a twig stove? Now, one of the things I keep thinking about twig stoves is, it's a nice traditional fire, but there are times I want to cook in the fire, not just on it. For example, if I'm making s'mores, I want to be able to cook in the flames, and I'm not going to cook s'mores on hexamine tabs or alcohol burner or anything else. I want a fire for that. Now, the other thing is with fires, we'll go with family this summer, it's 100 degrees. I don't want to make a big campfire. I don't want to sit around for hours waiting for the fire to die down. So I'm thinking twig stoves are a perfect solution. I could take a twig stove and have a small fire, cook some s'mores on it, sit by a little fire, goes out easily, and it could pack it up and be done. Now, with that being said, if I'm with the family, I'm probably not backpacking. I'm probably in a state park where I can't just gather wood. So I bring options are buy a big giant $5 to $10 bundle of wood there, which I won't need, or bring my own wood in, which you're not supposed to do. Now the rules around here, you can bring in your own wood if it's kiln dried lumber from a hardware store. You can do that. You can also bring in wood pellets. So today I'm going to try two different things. Well, the first video here I'm going to put this week out, I'm going to try wood pellets. Now, Mark Young has had multiple videos where he's burned wood pellets. I've tried wood pellets in twig stoves, and really the biggest trouble I have is lighting them. Now, I can light them with gels and alcohols and all sorts of chemicals, but again, once I do that, I probably don't really want to be cooking s'mores in that fire. So, posted the question on on Reddit, and some suggestions were brought up. What I've got here is, this is half cup of wood pellets. I know a half cup will boil 2 cups of water. Half cup is more than enough to get s'mores done. Now, what I did, following some suggestions here, there's a cotton ball in there. It's soaked, not with paraffin wax, not with wax, not with petroleum jelly, but with coconut oil. What I did is I took that zip bag and I put a cotton ball in there and a half cup of wood pellets and about a tablespoon of coconut oil. And we're going to try lighting this, and we're going to see if this does the job. And the biggest problem I have with this is getting the pellets lit. There's also a couple small pieces of wax in here. And I'm hoping between the coconut oil and these wax pieces, which I'm trying to get lit here, that we will get a full burn of the wood pellets. And like I said, a half cup of wood pellets will do the job. It's done the job for me before, multiple times. So we're going to let that go, and hopefully we're going to get the wood pellets lit. And if the wood pellets all light right, this should do 2 cups of water. Timing-wise, I'm not going to run this video the whole time. Timing-wise, we're probably looking at 12 to 15 minutes for these wood pellets to boil 2 cups of water. They can do it if they like. So we'll come back again a little bit and see if we actually manage to get a good burn, and then we'll check in on our progress. So I'm putting this in at 8:58. We'll see what time it is for the boil. Now, in case you hadn't noticed, I do have a hose clamp around the bottom of the pack stove. Mac from Simple Theory Gear, this is his suggestion for wood pellets, and it just put a little gate there. As you see, a half cup of wood pellets does not go up over that. I did leave a little gap at the bottom just to let air flow, so you do have slots all around the side of the pack stove for air. So if I put that ring down all the way to the bottom of the chamber, I'll be blocking air ports. It does look like where wood pellets are going to burn okay. So it has been burning for about 2 minutes now, and we'll check back in later when we achieve boil. All right, we've been burning for about 4 minutes now, and you can tell the wood pellets are fully engaged. So this should be a pretty good burn. One thing about doing this, again, if I wanted to backpack and do a long backpacking trip, I wouldn't be counting on wood pellets. I'd either be, if I'm taking a twig stove, I'm hoping to find wood along the way. This would be like a backup bag in worst case scenario. That bag was about 3.5 ounces, about 100 grams total weight. So on the other hand, for a backup system, for 100 grams, that would be 7 Esbit tablets. So there are a lot of better ways for backup if I'm backpacking than worry about bringing that pack of wood pellets, and that's only for one time. What if I needed to boil more than 2 cups of water? I don't know if that would work. So again, it's just that is an option for when I'm car camping with the family, and just another choice. I don't know if backpacking I would use that. 100 grams, like I said, that's 7 Esbit tabs. That's my fancy feast and like 4 ounces of fuel. So I don't see using wood pellets backpacking. But this is just testing with the pack stove. We're at the 8-minute mark, and you can see the flames are completely covering the Stanley. One of the reasons I have a metal key ring on top instead of the plastic tab that came on it. This it's making a lot of noises. When I've tested this with wood pellets in the past, it's been 12 to 15 minutes, and this noises start long ahead of time. But I bet at this point, if I wanted to, that's hot enough for coffee, I bet. But we're going for boil. I'm at the 9-minute mark, and I have steam coming out of the Stanley. So let's give it a check. Yes, rolling boil, 9 minutes. Excellent. We're at the 12-minute mark. Flames are still going pretty good. Notice underneath the pack stove, as the pellets burn, they get smaller and there's some falling through. So definitely, anytime you use a twig stove, make sure you have an ash pan or something underneath that isn't going to be igniting. I would not want to put this on the forest floor and light it like this. Always make sure you got something safe. I'm burning it on on stone at an old fireplace, so wasn't worried about it. But definitely, you see those burning pellets falling through, definitely want to make sure we have something underneath to protect, to make sure we are not burning everything up. All right, we're at 13-minute mark and flames are out. We just have hot coals. It'd still be hot enough to roast marshmallows on probably, but it's going to be out here pretty soon. So I am impressed. Soaking this half cup of pellets with a tablespoon of coconut oil. I just put in there solid, put it in the bag with the cotton ball, a couple chunks of wax, and mixed it up by hand and let it soak overnight. It actually worked very well. It's not something I would count for backpacking. I mean, if I did take this for backpacking and I didn't bring any other stove for a backup, I probably would throw a bag or 2 of that pellet mixture in my backpack. But that's, 200 grams. 200 grams. We're looking at a small isobutane container and a burner. So a lot better backups probably than counting on wood pellets. But for going to a park, having daughter, kids, roast some s'mores on a small fire that you can easily put out and then leave rather than worrying about having to hang around for a long time afterwards to make sure the fire's completely out. Yeah, I think it'll work.